Hey guys, Lady Liberty Stacker here. It is Thursday, April the 25th, 2019, and what you're looking at here is footage from me driving down to go do some sourcing for my online reselling business with some other people that do the same thing in another part of my state. We had a meetup and we did the bins, and I was going to do a video showing our finds on that, but those videos on my channel are not real popular and I don't have a lot of views. But on the way back, I did stop at a couple of antique shops, and one of the clips you did see, and it was part of a sourcing video that, again, didn't have too many views, so I have it in here, and it basically explains my process for collecting and evaluating purchasing cast iron, its collectability based on condition, the price, whether or not I have it in my collection, and if it is in my collection, whether or not the piece has enough meat on the bones to flip it for a nice profit, that kind of thing. Now, some of you may have seen that video clip before. If you have, it'll be a good review, or you can just speed up through the video to get to the next clips. Then after that, I have another shop that I had stopped at on the way back from this sourcing trip that you did not see. It is a small eclectic antique mall filled with many small rooms or sections of rooms with many vendors, and they routinely have cast iron, they have bottles, they have artwork, they have Coca-Cola antique products, that kind of thing. Very interesting video. And when I go through this shop, I don't go real slow, but I give you enough time to look at some of the items in the shop. But I did find a good amount of cast iron there, and I talk about, and where I can talk, I don't talk in all of the clips because the owner was at the front and I couldn't really talk. But I talk in the part of it that I could, telling you what I found, whether it's collectible or not. And finally, later in the video, I have a section on the fate of the warped defective Griswold number 6 chrome-plated skillet that I purchased on eBay. I did get a full refund. I decided to make sure that it would go to someone that it would either be a wall piece or it would not go into landfill. I guess that's all I'll say. I didn't want to sell it and represent it as something that you could eat out of, because I don't really believe that you should have eaten out of it. When my husband said, "Boy, that's a piece of crap," it sealed the skillet's fate. I was at a friend's on the night before trash pickup. I filmed it out of the front window, so it is going to be a very entertaining end of the video, and just wanted you to see that. So at any rate, without further ado, here we go. Hey guys, Lady Liberty Stacker here. I'm at an antique mall, in a few cities away from where I live, and I was walking out. I didn't see any cast iron, maybe a couple of skillets, and I had to stop for a second because somebody walked by. But I was on the way out, and I said, "Do you guys ever get any cast iron anymore?" And this happens to be one vendor, and this is everything she has. I'm probably not going to pick any of this up. I'll show you why and kind of tell you what this stuff is. You have to know your cast iron to figure this out. The one thing I will tell you is the most common sizes are number 3, which is about a 6.5-inch skillet. Number 5, which is about an 8.5-inch skillet. This is an old, I'm not sure what it is. It's coated in crud, and they want $25 for it, which I'd probably pay $5, if that. And here is a number 8. It's a Piqua, and it has a price of $49.99. Sometimes they'll discount, but there is a lot of rust under the baked-on seasoning there. Here is another Wagner ware for $19.99, number 3, and a number 6 Wagner. It's unmarked, but you can tell by the handle, you can tell by the font. And here is well, I'll just kind of go ahead and show you. This person that's selling these doesn't really know. This one, she says, is a 3-notch lodge. But so we'll take a look at it. And It is actually made in Korea, so I do not believe it's a Lodge. Lodge is made in USA, and it's got some rust on it, and they want, how much do you want for it? That's what happens. I'm trying to hold my camera. It's hard, which I have an unboxing to show you, which will solve that problem. Whoops. Sorry about that, guys. This is difficult. $19.99. Nah, wouldn't get it. Okay, so then you have a ancient griddle, pancake griddle. It's not very big. It's probably only about 10, maybe 10 inches across, but this gate mark indicates it was made in the late 1800s. I don't know what it is, but it's pretty nice. They want $39.99. Actually, does it say gate marked? It just says gate mark number 8, so it's about 10 inches across. And so that's kind of neat. Don't know if it'd be, I don't need one. Don't know if it'd be worthwhile to flip because I'd have to clean it, season it, and I would have too much into it to make a decent profit. I have a lot of skillets already, so I only pick them up now if I want to add a very rare one to my collection or if I need to flip it. This is an unmarked Lodge, 20 bucks, number 3. This is a number 10 Wagner unmarked, covered in crud and rust. It's unmarked, and I wouldn't pay $40 for that. That's it's a number 10, but I tried it just for the heck of it. We'll take it over here to a flat surface. We'll give it a mini test. Put it down here, and it spins around. So if it spins around like that, and it has considerable wobble, so number 10 is collectible because the larger the skillets, the more rare they are. But it's got considerable wobble, so we don't want that. And sometimes that's uneven cooking. You don't really know until you get into it and clean all that crud off. And that would need electrolysis probably to get it all off. And then you have another unmarked Birmingham stove and range, which I have one. I restored it on one of my recent videos. I paid $5 at a garage sale. They want $44.99, so don't think so. This one isn't bad. This one is a Wagner. It's in pretty decent shape. I think it is a, let me see what it is. It's a number 6, which isn't as common. But I turn it over on the back. It says made in USA. So if it says made in USA, it was made after 1960. They're not quite as collectible after 1960, but still a good skillet. Wagner makes a very good quality pan. The one that was most intriguing here is this Victor, number 8. You don't see these too much. I think this is maybe only the first time I've run into these. And they were making these around the early 1800s. It's a number 8, which is about a little over 10 inches. Very nice pan. Very nice, but I would still strip it down. We'll take it over here, and then I'll show you the price, and you can faint. Okay. No wobble. Very little wobble. And there's no spin, so it's a very, very good pan. Again, I would strip it. There's probably some rust under there, under the old seasoning, but here is a Griswold Victor. Makes it very collectible. $125. But no, it's a little beyond my price point now. I've already got a number 8 Griswold, but not like this. That's a nice pan, but I wouldn't want to pay quite that much. So that's kind of what I found today. That's another number 5, I believe. And this is a number 8. Again, 3, 5, and 8 are the most common. And this is a BS&R number 7. But it's, I like BS&R, Birmingham Stove and Range. We'll take a look at it. And I put it over on a flat surface. But unfortunately, it spins around too much. And knowing that ahead of time, I'm certainly not going to purchase it. But it would cook okay, but I already have a 7 that cooks great. It's a Griswold, so I wouldn't really be in the market for another one. The only one I'd want is one I can flip. So there you go, guys. I almost left, without seeing any cast iron at all. But unfortunately, none of these is... here's another one. This is... I'll just show you this. It's a griddle, or a grill. But these are hard to clean. And probably hard to take care of. They want $19.99 for it. Not bad, but you know what it is? It looks old. It's not. It's a Lodge. So it could be 2 years old for all you know. That it's just the owner didn't maintain it. Who knows? So we'll go ahead and put that back. But anyway, I thought I'd take a run to the antique mall today to see if there was anything. Unfortunately not, but I did make a few pickups at the Goodwill down the street. So until later. Here's some cast iron, guys. Oh, this is just a Lodge. A modern Lodge. Okay. Here's one. Oh, these say Wagner's 1891 original. They're not. They were commemorative done in 1991. So that's not collectible. Got these little guys here. Unmarked. Like an ashtray skillet. This one is made in Taiwan, so nope. Moving right along. Now, sometimes I've been known to find it back here in this little corner back in here, but I'm not seeing any today. Some pots, but sometimes it would be sitting right here on the floor, but not today. You can actually give it a spin test down there. All right, moving along. I don't have a whole lot of time to spend here. I'm sure you guys may see some valuable things that I'm overlooking, but right now I'm just thinking cast iron. A lot of Coca-Cola stuff in here. BP oil, old advertising stuff. This isn't Mark. Yeah, I got a lot of names on the text from my okay, I like that one too. This is not Mark. Here's an old Wagner. Oop, same thing. 1891. Not exactly collectible. So we'll put it back. If it were a Wagner from the 60s or 50s, that'd be another story. Okay, guys. This is in front of my friend's house. And it was probably about a 1.5 to 2 hour visit. Oh, looks like the neighbor came home. And what I did with these clips is you can't zoom on a GoPro, but you can crop the clips in my editing software so you can have a better angle at what you're looking at. But you see the trash can on the left and the mailbox on the right. Well, the skillet was placed on a trash bag, I don't know, it was like Dillard's or some bag like that they had for shopping. So placed it off the ground so it could be more easily seen by anybody that wanted to help themselves. As you can see by the various people that come by the house in these video clips, actually, it was just a one clip. The camera was set up. You can see across the street. You can see people walking their dogs. You can see the person across the street has a dog in the driveway, and it just, looks right, looks left, walks around. That dog is always out, I guess. More people walking their dogs. There's a park nearby. And anyway, as we were visiting, I really didn't pay much attention. I would occasionally look out the window just to see for kicks if anything was going on here. Crop the clip a little bit so you have a better angle of the street. Notice the garage door across. You'll see it open right around the time where an interesting truck rounds the cul-de-sac. So pay attention for that. It's coming up pretty quickly. But anyway, you can't really zoom on a GoPro, but you can set your settings to kind of do a zoom, and you can also crop the video to have a better angle at what you're looking at. There's the garage door. Now see what happens next. And anyway, this is night before trash pickup, so usually the pickers are out and they like to go and see what they can get for free. I didn't, in all my good conscience, I could not sell this thing or donate it to anybody I knew. It was just ugly, and I don't think it was real safe. And hubby said it looked like a piece of junk, so whatever. But I didn't want it in a landfill. Oh, here we go. Here is a truck. Somebody is going to get out. They are getting out. Let's see what they're going to do. They're going to look in the trash can to see if there's anything free. Oh, looks like they got the skillet. They're going to sit there and put it in the back of the truck and drive away. Meanwhile, if you guys were watching, the person across the street sped away as well. Anyway, I thought that was interesting. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Anyway, thanks for watching. This is what it looked like before.